running low on causing a delay in shipments and the ruling from health officials today that could lead to even more demand.
State leaders are working on ways to cut down on crime throughout Indiana. What a new task force could do to slow down the rise in violent crime.
Some chilly weather to end the work week, coming off one of the coldest nights so far this season. The cold will reload, but when and what's in store for the weekend? Some rain chances. I'll have the timing.
This is breaking news from the Fox 59 newsroom.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Breaking news out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kyle Rittenhouse has been found not guilty on all 5 felony charges in a shooting that killed 2 men and injured another.
The verdict follows 2 weeks of testimony and nearly 4 days of deliberation. It is our top story first at 4. Rittenhouse was 17 when he shot and killed 2 men and injured a third during protests in Kenosha in the summer of 2020.
Rittenhouse went from his home in Antioch, Illinois to Kenosha, Wisconsin after protests began over the shooting of Jacob Blake by a local police officer. Carrying a weapon that authorities said was illegally purchased, Rittenhouse said he was there in an effort to protect property and provide medical aid. A judge ultimately dismissed that illegal weapons charge based on a Wisconsin statute and the size of the gun's barrel. Witness and drone video captured most of the events that night where Rittenhouse killed Joseph Rosenbaum, Anthony Huber, and injured Gage Grosskreutz, who took the stand during the trial.
The defense argued Rittenhouse feared for his life and acted in self-defense after being ambushed by protesters. Rittenhouse fell to the floor and then hugged one of his attorneys after hearing the acquittal. He was taken out of the courtroom quickly after that moment. Now, if you want to look back and see how this case has developed over the past year, we have all that information online as well as reaction from today's not guilty verdict. All right, let's get now to our other top story of the day. The FDA approved booster shots of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines for all adults.
The recommendation is for all adults over the age of 18 to receive a booster 6 months after their initial series of doses. The FDA says this is a necessary step to ensure all Americans are protected ahead of the holiday season. And now the CDC is reviewing the recommendation. About 45 minutes ago, we actually learned the advisory panel voted in support of expanding vaccine boosters to all adults here. Now, as of today, nearly 655,000 booster doses have been given throughout the state, with 21,000 in the past 24 hours.
And when it comes to the youngest age group, more than 43,000 vaccine doses have been given. Some local health departments tell us they are still waiting on shipments of pediatric doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. They will come from the state health department, so they're running low. And tonight we're getting answers.
Fox 59's Lindsay Stone joins us now live in the studio with more on this delay. Lindsay.
Local health departments tell me they should receive their next shipment of pediatric doses from the state health department in the coming days. And if they don't, that could mean many canceled appointments early next week.
You know, we still see demand exceeding supply.
Several county health departments told us they're still waiting on more pediatric doses of the COVID-19 vaccine from the state health department.
As soon as we get more vaccine in, we're going to add more hours to make sure that we're accommodating those families and helping get vaccinated heading into the holiday season.
Christian Walker, administrator for the Hamilton County Health Department, says all available doses are accounted for with appointments, and they could run out by Tuesday if more doses don't arrive soon.
Now, the state still has the ultimate say in how much we get.
Overall, for the health departments and for the state health department, it's helpful that we're able to order, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get everything that we order just based upon the demand.
Madison County ran out of pediatric doses 2 weeks ago. Health Department Administrator Stephanie Mellinger says 200 doses arrived on Wednesday, and they've resumed administering pediatric doses.
And we've ordered another 500, so we expect those doses to come, if not today, then probably Monday.
Boone County has been out of pediatric doses for more than 2 weeks too, and says they are still awaiting 700 doses from the state health department. They were not available for an interview today, but said they will be ready to start vaccinating 5 to 10-year-olds after the Thanksgiving holiday. Meanwhile, some health departments are accepting walk-ins and appointments.
We still have plenty of appointments available.
Health officials say there's still time for parents to make appointments for their child to get their first dose of the vaccine before Thanksgiving.
When you go on to ourshot.in.gov, you can click the next available appointment.
Last week, the State Department of Health told us the counties would be responsible for ordering their own vaccines from suppliers going forward. And we are still trying to get clarity on why that doesn't seem to be what's happening and why counties seem to be waiting on the state. And as we've mentioned, Hoosiers can receive a COVID-19 vaccine in any county regardless of residency. Reporting live in the studio, Lindsay Stone, Fox 59 News.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Let's turn to our weather now. We are enjoying a cool and clear day here in central Indiana. Temperatures around 40 degrees out there, as you can see, as we look live over downtown Indy.
And Chief Meteorologist Brian Wilkes is here tracking our Friday night forecast. Hey, Brian.
How are you? Happy Friday. It's a day that's got some sunshine coming off one of the coldest mornings so far this season. We actually equaled the lowest temperature so far this season at 26 degrees in Indianapolis. Cloud cover last night following up a lot of the viewing of the lunar eclipse, but many of you cleared out in time and able to see it. And that led to the sunny day now that the skies have been brightening up. We do have new clouds arriving here late day. That's a beautiful shot in Lawrence at this hour. Radar is clean and the temperatures, they are trending a little bit cooler than they were 24 hours ago. We're sitting and we just cracked the 40-degree mark officially in Indianapolis at 39 in Kokomo. These are about 8 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. And there's a wind chill being calculated in the lower 30s at this hour. The winds aren't going to be terribly strong. They're beginning to shift again out of the south and east, and temporarily we're going to get a little bit of a bump in the temperatures before the next weather system arrives. Looking at mainly steady temperatures overnight, falling back below freezing, likely closer to about 30 by daybreak. So temperatures for the rest of the evening will be on the chilly side. The lack of wind makes a big difference, but the winds will be whipping around in my extended forecast as the chill eases up for the weekend and rain returns on Sunday. There's an early season Arctic blast that is still on track for the coldest air of the season. Temperatures in the teens and some snow too. I'll have the timing in just a few minutes.
All right, Brian, thank you. Now to a Fox 59 crime tracker alert. An Indianapolis man is behind bars accused of a robbery which happened 3 weeks after a warrant was issued for his arrest following another armed robbery. The suspect, Layman Radford, is being held without bond in Marion County. Police claim Radford robbed an AT&T store on South Emerson. Court records show he accepted a plea deal in July following an armed robbery last year. Radford was sentenced to supervised release but never reported to community corrections. Now, while the two employees inside that AT&T store were not hurt, Indy's FOP president says the crime was 100% preventable.
Had that violent offender convicted of an armed robbery been in jail, how in the world would this latest armed robbery have occurred? It would not have. That's the point. Your police officers are doing a great job. They're making the arrest. They're doing their job. It's the rest of the system that is failing.
IMPD says the overall number of robberies this year is down by 14% compared to last year. Radford is set to be in court after an initial hearing next week.
New information from the State House today. An Indianapolis state senator wants to create a task force that would explore ways to fight violent crime. Fox 59 State House reporter Kristen Eskow spoke with activists and law enforcement about these efforts and this new proposal.
Oh, it's escalated exponentially. It's much worse than it was.
That's how Reverend James Jackson describes the rise in violent crime in Indianapolis. It's something he's trying to address as president of the Far East Side Action Coalition.
And it never used to be that way in Indianapolis.
And it's not just large communities who have seen a rise in violent crime since the pandemic began. Detective Sergeant Mark Wagner says it's also impacting Cumberland, a community near Indy of 10,000 people.
Since April of 2020 to now, we've seen 4 homicides, which Cumberland's average used to be 1 every 2 years. We've had about 6 or 7 non-fatal shootings in that time frame as well, which usually we average maybe 1 or 2 a year.
Some Indiana lawmakers say they want to take action this session. State Senator Fatty Cadora says he plans to introduce a bill that would create a task force focused on addressing violent crime.
The state has a vested interest in our communities.
Cadora, who represents part of Indianapolis, wants to see criminal justice officials, community leaders, and other experts serve on the task force and work together on ideas for state legislation.
Some of those are most likely going to be on the social and economic level to empower families in our communities, and some of them are going to be on the criminal justice and public safety side.
If the task force is created, Reverend Jackson says he hopes it will consider social reforms and increased investment in the criminal justice system.
I don't think we'll be able to totally and completely fix it overnight. But if we start investing our resources in the right places, I think we can see a difference overnight.
In Indianapolis, Kristen Eskow, Fox 59 News.
We have reached out to some Republican state senators who have backgrounds in law enforcement to get their thoughts on this proposal. We're still waiting for their response, and when we learn of it, of course, we will share that with you.
We also have new information on the Muncie Police Department's plan to use federal funding. The city received $375,000 from the DOJ. Chief Nathan Sloan tells us that will allow the department to add 3 more positions. He also says the department is still not fully staffed and will focus on reaching that benchmark before hiring the new officers. IMPD has formed a unique partnership with a local skating rink to try and prevent crime. The department has teamed up with Skateland on the city's west side to offer young Hoosiers opportunities to skate for free. The skating rink has been the site of 2 shootings since 2019, the most recent happening this past April when a 5-year-old was shot. Officials there say they want to become a safe haven and prevent future incidents. IMPD will be handing out tickets to kids who are doing good things in the community so they can skate at the rink free of charge.
We have to create programs, we have to create opportunities, we have to create something for these kids to do so that they can stay off the street, so they won't be involved in gang activities, so they won't be involved in domestic violence.
The skating rink is also partnering with the organizers of Indy Ceasefire to hold weekly skate nights in December to give kids something to do. IMPD officers will start handing out those tickets on their patrols and in our local schools. Well, we have a verdict in the murder trial of Kyle Rittenhouse.
He has been acquitted of all 5 federal charges, and we have reaction to today's verdict after a nearly month-long case. Plus, peanut butter and jelly, 2 turkeys from Indiana, up for a presidential pardon today. We've got the highlights from the annual ceremony at the White House.
Well, this might be the highlight sky condition-wise as we enter the weekend. We've had some sunshine, but more clouds and a rain chance on the way than a blast, early season blast of Arctic air. We'll have the timing coming up.
Here's what's coming up next at 4:30.
It's the holiday season, and one local church is not only helping the community but also inspiring them. How you can help them bring the Christmas experience to everyone who needs it.
Turkey is infrastructure. Peanut butter and jelly are going to help build back the butterball as we move along. States, I pardon you. I pardon you this Thanksgiving. Go ahead, say something. There you go.
Two turkeys from southern Indiana have officially earned their pardon from President Joe Biden. The annual ceremony happened this afternoon.
As we've told you, the pair are from a farm in Jasper, Indiana. Peanut butter was pardoned by the president while Jelly ran away, not wanting any part of the festivities today. Peanut butter and Jelly will spend the rest of their days at Purdue University.
It sounds like Jelly knew what was going on.
I'm out of here.
I'm not sticking around for this.
Yeah.
Well, it is starting to look a lot like Christmas, as much as we are talking about Thanksgiving as well. This is why in the nation's capital, the Christmas tree arrived today, and it's already decorated, or rather ready to be decorated. This year's tree traveled some 4,000 miles from the West Coast. It's an 84-foot white fir from the Six Rivers National Forest in California. It will be decorated with ornaments handcrafted by California communities. A tree lighting ceremony will be held in December. The Capitol Christmas tree has been a tradition since 1964. And we've got a sunny afternoon here in central Indiana. We'll be looking live in a bit here from Speedway over IMS. You probably do want to grab that jacket if you're heading outside because it will be a bit chillier this afternoon and evening. Chief Meteorologist Brian Wilkes here tracking that full forecast.
Yeah, it's a sunny start to the weekend. It's a chilly one, too, for those of you attending some of the area high school football games. There's not a lot of wind to contend with, but you might want to layer up because once the sun goes down here a little after 5 o'clock, it's going to remain quite chilly. It's only 40 degrees here, but it's nice to see the sunshine. Those clouds were so pesky to depart, but we did have folks out in Avon see the beautiful colors of the lunar eclipse early this morning. Thought they would be a problem, and we were hopeful that they would clear out in time for the vast majority of the area, but they really did hang on a little bit longer and dampen the expectations there of seeing that lunar eclipse early this morning. But we had some nice pictures out of Avon where the skies have been bright. This is a live view looking to the western horizon from our UIndy camera at this hour where it's pretty chilly. This is what it looked like here in Lawrence at 6:30 in the morning, and you can see that the moonlight is still trying to come through here, but those clouds, they just were reluctant to completely clear out of the area. There it is, the moon sets, so kind of spoiling the party for some of you, but it's nice to have the weekend open up with some sunshine. That'll put a little pep in your step, and look, we're not far from starting the festivities here at the Lawrence Civic Plaza, and their festival for the holiday season of skate rink being open up and enjoying the holiday lights as well. There's nothing on the radar this afternoon, but that does change this weekend. These are mid and high level clouds coming in after our predicted low temperature, that 26, equal the coolest temperature so far this season. So records are set to be broken, right? So what's going to be the next blast of colder air? That's next week. We are going to go sub 26. In fact, we might go sub 20 in many locations with the cold reloading. We're temporarily backing off the chill with the winds, though it is cool outside, beginning to bend in from the south and east. It's 40 degrees in Indianapolis. A south wind is developed now, so this is going to slightly elevate the temperatures tonight, bring in some cloud cover. Our temperature free fall tonight will be slowed. In fact, it'll be a few degrees warmer than last night. Not a lot of a wind to contend with. We do have a wind chill right now of 33 in Indianapolis. Rest of the night, yeah, when the clouds begin to thicken up, they kind of act as a blanket, so that's going to slow down the temperature drop for the remainder of the night. Many areas that were down in the low to mid-20s will likely be in the mid-upper 20s to around 30 degrees. So an improvement in the temperature is slight, but look at all this cloud cover. This is all going to be pushing east throughout the night. So through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning, the cloud cover will continue to thicken up. A weak area of low pressure, a little push of southwesterly breezes. Ultimately, we might see a few sprinkles around on Saturday, but we will begin to develop some rain to our west. And more of the rain will start to develop, I would feel, more likely Saturday night in southwestern portions of Illinois or southeastern Missouri. Now, early Saturday, we start with cloud cover, maybe a sprinkle. This is even trying to depict a flurry or two, but I would say for the most part on Saturday, we rain-free, fairly cloudy, maybe a sprinkle here or there by early afternoon. And then as we move toward the evening hours, the skies, well, they're going to continue to thicken up with cloud cover into early Sunday morning. Watch, you'll see a heavier overcast here by or after midnight. And here comes some of the returns on the radar. Here come the showers that will likely greet us to start the day Sunday and likely be falling here through midday. So the temperatures, they're not going to be able to move much. They will drop back to around, say, 29 tonight, reach closer to the 50-degree mark in a few locations tomorrow. That's a little more closer to average. And then with added rain on Sunday, staying in the 40s generally as we begin another transition to some colder air. See, it doesn't look terribly cold. There's a little notch right here of colder temperatures. That's the recent shot of colder air. A new batch is developing, and that's going to come roaring south Sunday night. And by Monday morning, we've got gusty winds, we've got wind chills that could be down into the lower teens, and a temperature that throughout the day may not get above freezing in some locations. It's going to be a very chilly Monday. We're looking for at least this to be the first early season blast of Arctic air. It's not going to stick around all next week, but it'll be a noticeable change by Monday. Tonight, the clouds will be on the increase with a low of 29 degrees. Tomorrow, cool. Clouds rather thicker, especially in the morning hours, might produce a sprinkle, but temperatures will hold steady throughout the day on Saturday. Sunday, more showers around, and then sharply colder Monday with morning snow showers, then sunshine, brisk and colder. We could drive temperatures down into the teens by Tuesday morning. Windy again on Wednesday with a warm-up ahead of Thanksgiving with some showers likely Wednesday evening, and then more of a seasonal chill, if not a touch below average, come Thursday, and even colder for Black Friday.
Ooh.